This video is about the so-called 6 degrees of separation. Now, I plan to do a much more thorough presentation in the future, but for now, just wanted to point out this headline that I saw. Will Smith helps Celtics player Marcus Smart propose on Christmas. The date of the proposal is important. We're going to find out that the birthday of Marcus Smart's important. It matches up with his jersey number, but forget about the basketball player for now. I want to talk about how I even came across this headline. So earlier in the day, many hours before I saw this headline, I was scrolling through movies that I have access to, and I came across this movie called 6 Degrees of Separation. Now, I'd been searching this movie out for months. I could pay for it, but I didn't want to pay for it. So, ever since I saw Dan Barrett put out this video about the infamous Will Smith slap at the Oscars that occurred this year, and he connected it in his video. I'll leave a link in the description box. He connected it to Sidney Poitier and the movie 6 Degrees of Separation. That movie stars Will Smith, and his character is a con man pretending to be the son of Sidney Poitier. So this movie is called 6 Degrees of Separation. This year, Will Smith has been banned from the Oscars, and the same year, Sidney Poitier reportedly died on January 6th. So it's the 6th day of the year. 6 has this connection with 36. 6 times itself. In other words, 6 squared equals 36. And it was the 36th annual Oscars where Sidney Poitier won his famous award. He won a few awards over the years, but this was a barrier breaker. Okay? He was the first black man to win Best Actor at the Oscars. And again, it occurred on the 36th annual Oscars. 36 again connects back to the 6 and the 6 degrees of separation. And I've heard of this concept. I know it stems back really far, but the earliest I've heard about it was in the mid-90s. We talked about the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, and we're going to get into that. But that particular phrase originated when the year that Kevin Bacon turned 36. We'll get into that in a minute, but remember I talked about Marcus Smart. So I saw this movie, 6 Degrees of Separation, after I finished. Took some notes. I already had this decode started about Will Smith in that movie and how his son connects to Kevin Bacon. But then I saw this movie, and I just decided to Google Will Smith's name, and I immediately saw this headline: Will Smith helps Celtics player Marcus Smart propose on Christmas. Marcus Smart, the following day on his Instagram, posted this video. It was a video of him and his girlfriend sitting in their Christmas pajamas, and they were watching on their big screen TV Will Smith doing a Merry Christmas post or something. And I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but basically that video that was put out by Will Smith was to set up this proposal. And Marcus Smart posted it the following day, which happens to be the 360th day of the year. That number is very important for a few reasons, but in this case, drop the 0. 360, 36. Marcus Smart. Where's number 36 for the Boston Celtics? And he was born on March 6th. 3-6. The year is important as well. 1994, the year that Kevin Bacon turned 36. The year that phrase became a thing. So I'll read from this article I found from the internet about Kevin Bacon and the 6 degrees there. In a January 1994 interview with Premiere Magazine, Kevin Bacon mentioned while discussing the film The River Wild that he, quote, had worked with everybody in Hollywood or someone who's worked with them. Following this, a lengthy newsgroup thread which was headed, quote, Kevin Bacon is the center of the universe, appeared. In 1994, 3 Albright college students invented the game that became known as 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. And they eventually made a board game of this, but it originated when the year that Kevin Bacon turned 36. But here's how this goes. You can connect any actor, supposedly, with Kevin Bacon using 6 moves or less. Here's a short example here. Kevin Bacon was in the movie JFK. So was actor Donald Sutherland. Appropriately enough, Donald Sutherland was also in the movie 6 Degrees of Separation. Also in 6 Degrees of Separation was actor Will Smith. Will Smith went on to star in a movie called The Pursuit of Happiness with his son, Jaden Smith. So Jaden Smith is connected with Kevin Bacon using less than 6 degrees. Jaden Smith connects with Kevin Bacon. Also, because of their birthday, they share a birthday. So I just found that funny. Jaden Smith, the son of Will Smith. They were in that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith, even before his son was born, was in this movie called 6 Degrees of Separation, starring also Donald Sutherland. And Donald Sutherland was in the movie JFK with Kevin Bacon. So we have this connection, Kevin Bacon and Will Smith's son, in 6 moves or less.